Hello, welcome back to the channel. Then guys, this is Rajoshi, and today in this video I'm going to show you how you can use motion blur on a face of a portrait photograph and then create something different. So without any further ado, let's get started. Once we are here in this beautiful world of Affinity Photo 2, the first thing we're going to do here is press Ctrl or Command J, and that will duplicate the layer. Now let's go to the next step. Now this is a beautiful picture. I mean beautiful picture, and I took this picture from pexels.com, for which the link is in the description below. The first thing we're going to do here is enhance these dots on her face, the lights on her face. So for that we are going to select the duplicated layer and then go to the raw development persona and then just bump up the clarity. Nothing, just bump up the clarity and play with the shadows a bit. Increase the highlights just like that and develop. Now as you can see here, this is the before and this is the after. Just take a look at the dots here, before, after, before, after. And now the next thing that comes into play is using some sort of clarity filter. So we'll just rename it as clarity, and we are pretty much done with that. The next thing we want to do here is add a glow to the image. You know, the left hand side of the face requires some glow from where the blur will start towards the right hand side of the photograph. So for that we'll use a Gaussian blur layer. Click on the live view filters, pick Gaussian blur, and then pick a value around 20 to 30 pixels, anywhere between that. Preserve the alpha and then select screen. As you can see here, then invert this layer, choose a brush with a big soft round brush with white as the foreground color. Just paint on this right hand side of the photograph simply. As you can see here, this is the before, this is the after, before, after. So what we are going to do here is actually use and incorporate a motion blur filter on top of this Gaussian blur layer, and that way we can create a motion blur effect on one half of our face, preferably on the left hand side. So let's get started. We click on these live filters again and pick motion blur, and then we pick a really large value, preferably around 200 to 300 pixels. I'm going with 250 pixels there, and the rotation should be 0 degrees for this particular case, because I want to make it absolutely parallel to the direction of the photograph, direction of the eyes. So 0 degrees makes sense much more. The next thing we're going to do here is preserve the alpha, and once we are done preserving the alpha, we are going to change the blend mode to screen. You see, we change the blend mode to screen, and then you can also play with other blend modes like lighter color, but I will prefer screen for this particular one. Next thing we're going to do here is remove it from the other side. So pick the gradient tool and simply remove it just like that, and then you pick one curve, bring down the brightness, pick the brush, once again apply it only to the right hand side. So invert the layer, select the brush, soft round brush with white as the foreground color, paint the right hand side, and that is all. Pretty much we are done. Now if you want to play with it, so you can just crop this image and crop it from the right hand side like this. And then what you can do here, then for dramatic effect you can always add a text here. So let's pick a text. Let's use motion with white as the foreground color and basketball type font. Set that motion, change the blend mode to overlay and duplicate that layer, and we are done. And see, we are done. We came from this to this, from this to this, using very subtle motion blur effect. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. So we'll meet soon in the next video. Until then, adios, take care, and alvida. Goodbye.